Ja Morant is without a doubt one of the most polarizing point guards in the entire NBA. And the scary part is, he's only a rookie. He's only going to get better. This is a crafty ball handler that can do just about anything when he attacks the basket. He's a big-time player who has been stepping up in big ways for the Memphis Grizzlies this season. Ja Morant would be drafted with the second pick in the 2019 NBA draft. That's one pick behind former teammate Zion Williamson. Zion is unique in so many ways, and the NBA had truly never seen a prospect like him before. Standing at 6'6", 290 pounds, Zion has the potential to become a perennial All-NBA Hall of Fame type player. And Zion, just like Ja, is going to do anything in his power to make sure that that happens, that he fulfills that potential, that he becomes that beast that we all know he can. I think it's safe to say that this draft class truly has a chance to raise the bar again. While we saw it done in 2018, I just didn't know it would happen again so soon. Look at Luka and look at Trae Young, two phenomenal talents taking over the NBA. And it doesn't end there. You have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's an absolute baller. And let's not forget Michael Porter Jr., who looks like he could be another Kevin Durant type player. I'm not saying he's going to be a clone, but I'm saying he's going to display similarities that might drop your jaw. And with the ridiculous shooting percentage that he's posted already, you could say he's already doing it. And it'd be absolutely criminal of me to leave out Ja's teammate, who I'll talk more about later in the video. This video, we're going to be talking about what makes Ja Morant so special and the year that he's having with the Memphis Grizzlies. But before we go any further, guys, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another GETLIKECOOP video. And that's facts. I'm trying to get to 200,000 subscribers so I can go full time and bring you guys daily content. So be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. So I've been telling you guys for a while now that I've been planning on doing some other things outside of this channel, which this is always going to be my main channel no matter what. But I would like you guys to subscribe to my NFL channel. The link will be in the description below. But of course, only subscribe if you plan on being Noti Gang and watching all of those NFL videos. I have some banger ideas, and I think you guys will enjoy them. Also, I'm starting an IRL hooping channel, so that will be coming this summer. But before I start posting on that IRL hooping channel, I'm going to be showing you guys glimpses of the content that I'm going to be posting on my IG. With that being said, be sure to follow me on IG, handle GETLIKECOOP. You guys will not want to miss another post. When I watch Ja Morant play, it's almost unreal. It's like taking the features of all these amazing point guards and putting them into one rookie point guard who has the potential to absolutely change the game of basketball. Ja makes things look incredibly easy on the basketball floor, but of course, it wasn't easy for him. This is somebody who wasn't dunking until their senior year of high school. Ja says my 11th grade summer going into my senior year, that's when I started dunking consistently. Before then, I'd probably only get one dunk out of 25 tries. Ja described himself as a short, slow guard. That's ridiculous because it's night and day to see Ja Morant play now. And of course, that's not to say he was a bad prospect or a bad player, though it is worth noting that Ja was an unranked prospect going into Murray State. The college recruiting process has always been so interesting to me because I think it is a flawed process. I do think they do a decent job for the most part, but there are a lot of players, a lot of good players who don't get the looks that they deserve. And that's why a lot of players, they'll rely on camps or AAU for offers. And let's just say Ja was no different. Part of the recruiting process is hype, and there's no way around it. Fortunate for Ja, he didn't end up needing the hype. Despite being compared to De'Aaron Fox going into the NBA draft, he wouldn't be recruited to Kentucky. Again, he played his college ball at Murray State, and they stumbled upon Ja on accident. An assistant coach went to recruit a different player, but during that process, they saw Ja Morant playing basketball in a side gym. One thing led to another. The head coach at Murray State would hear how special that Ja Morant was, and the rest is history. It's ridiculous to think about, but what if he never goes to that gym? What if he never stumbles upon Ja? I'm sure he makes it to the NBA, because Ja is just that special. I think he's that good at this point. He's undeniably good, but it's always interesting to imagine what a different journey for Ja would have looked like. Regardless of anything, I'm happy that we have him now. We're talking about somebody here that made the NCAA tournament both years in college. Somebody that doubled their point total from their freshman year to their sophomore year. We're talking about 12 points to 25. Ja's assist would jump from 6 to 10. This is somebody that had the ultimate poise as a point guard in college. When you look at what he did his sophomore year, teams were going all out trying to figure out ways to stop Ja Morant. The thing was, Ja wasn't just a scorer, nor was he just a dunker. Ja says early in his career he wanted to make sure that people didn't notice him as just a dunker, but he's far more than the athlete that you see. This is somebody with the ultimate basketball IQ. Part of what makes Ja so good is that if you try to disrespect Ja, he can take things to another level. If you try to shut him down scoring the basketball, he's going to impact the game in other ways. This is somebody that I noticed that has what it takes to win on the highest of levels and will do anything that it takes to win at that level. When I saw James Harden disrespecting Ja Morant, I didn't have words because I'm a big time James Harden fan. And then I came out and I saw Ja do what he did, knock down big shot after big shot, not step down from the challenge, going against one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. Say what you will about Harden, but this guy scores the ball with the best of them. That did not matter to Ja. He doesn't care who you are. And these are the type of instincts that you need in players if you want to win at the highest of levels. I took notes on Ja earlier in the season. I planned to drop a video, but I never got around to dropping that video for whatever reason. Now I can finally put these notes to good use. I noted that Ja is a relentless finisher when he attacks the basket. He can get by anybody in the league. He uses a creativity that we rarely see in rookie playmakers and is deceptive finishing around the basket. He has a huge bag and he shows the ability to finish through contact. We all know how explosive Morant truly is, but I think he's still going to surprise us from time to time. And so far, that's been exactly the case. Ja has this Memphis team that looked like it was heading towards the lottery, playing like one of the best offenses in the entire NBA. Ja has a special ability to pass and control the flow of the offense. Not only the flow of the offense, but honestly, the flow of the entire game. He is a true floor general and a true point guard, which I think is somewhat of a lost art in today's NBA. He reminds me a bit of Chris Paul, in a way, in a sense, with how good he is at controlling that flow, with how cool he is under pressure. I was also impressed with Ja's willingness to move off the ball. When he sees the opportunity to slip backdoor, he's going to take it. And when he slips, he's looking to attack or make a play for a teammate. A lot of times you see guys mindlessly cut, mindlessly move off the ball. Not Ja. This is somebody that's constantly looking to make a play. What can he do for his team? I absolutely love to watch Ja run the pick and roll. It's a thing of beauty. It's honestly art. I'm not sure where exactly the Grizzlies would be without Ja, but thankfully we don't have to worry about that. And if you're a Pelicans fan like me, you already know that race for the 8th spot is about to be real. In the NBA, I'm somebody that thinks all assists are not equal. When you see an assist and somebody's dribbling the ball for 10, 12, 15, however many seconds, and then they pass to a shooter, and that shooter is forced to take a contested shot, that assist is not equal as to somebody finding somebody, attacking the basket, or finding somebody wide open or producing an open shot in that matter. Now, this isn't a shot at James Harden because I think James Harden is a fantastic passer, and the Houston Rockets produce an absurd amount of open shots. The reason I bring up James Harden, though, is because I think that's who people are going to assume I'm talking about when I'm not referencing anybody in general. It's just something I notice in the NBA, where you have these guys that pound the ball for a ton of time, and then they pass it, and the guy's not in a great position to score, but he takes a dribble or two, and he gets a bucket. Now, what I notice with Ja is he kind of has that Chris Paul effect. He knows where people like the ball. He knows his teammates. He knows where people can be threats with the basketball. It doesn't have to be a wide open shooter that he's passing to, though Ja is very good at that. He's very good at finding the open guy in general. I think he's a different type of playmaker. And when you add in the offensive threat that he is, not only from the three-point line, but attacking the basket, that makes Ja that much better, that much more impactful to his team, the Memphis Grizzlies. A lot of times you see good, maybe great passers, but they can't shoot. They're not a threat, or maybe all they can do is shoot, and they're bad at finishing inside the paint. With Ja, we're talking about somebody that has the potential to be the ultimate pick and roll threat, already has the potential to be the ultimate point guard. This team under Ja has so much potential, and then you add in shooters and players like Jaren Jackson, who are in their second year, have all of the potential in the world, has the potential to be a defensive player of the year type player, an extremely unique type of player. I love what they have going on in Memphis. Now, unfortunately, it looks like they may lose their pick, which would be pivotal going forward for a young team like Memphis. But with how Ja's playing, I think they have a lot to look forward to. Be sure to click the video on the screen right now, guys. It's me going over 5 NBA trades that are going to happen. Be sure to subscribe. Notice on, I'm GETLIKECOOP and I'm out.